Some steps to building revival churches. Step number 1. God puts a desire into the hearts of a group of intercessors to pray for His Holy Spirit revival in your city. Step number 2. Set up a prayer group to pray for a Holy Spirit revival in your city. The prayer group could meet in person, in homes, or on the internet, on Zoom. Step number 3. As God puts a desire on people's hearts to get saved, or to become a part of an Acts, biblical, type of church, which meets in homes, or on the internet, on Zoom, often invite the people interested to do so. These kinds of Acts, type, biblical, churches, would meet in small groups in homes, and small groups on the internet, on Zoom. During the church meetings, people would be encouraged to do things like discuss biblical teachings, pray, experience worship music, share spiritual gifts, and take communion, etc., etc. There could also be a YouTube channel on the internet with biblical teachings on it for church members to view if they want to. Biblical teaching materials could also be handed out to people in the home groups for church members to study from at home. A special kind of group praying for individuals' needs could be available also. This kind of group prayer is about a lot of people praying for an individual's needs together. This kind of praying can include prayers for personal needs, demon deliverance, inner healing, and physical healing, etc., etc. With this kind of Acts, biblical, type of church, members could have daily access to it, either in homes, or on the internet, if they wanted to. Those who have extra supplies would be encouraged to lovingly share them with people who are in need of supplies, as the Holy Spirit leads them to. Step number 4. An Acts, biblical, type of church, would have a strong, intercessory, prayer group, which would pray for evangelists to go out into the streets, to preach the gospel, and do miracles, and give out information about how to attend the church, in homes, or on the internet, if the people that they are communicating with, in the streets, are interested. Step number 5. The church leadership should be chosen by God, and they should try to deal with any conflict in the church, over doctrinal belief differences, to try to reduce conflict in the church, over them. They should have an agree to disagree attitude about certain doctrines which are not essential to salvation, or obedience to God. Some examples of these type of doctrines are the rapture timing, and perfect divine healing in the atonement by faith, type doctrines, etc., etc. People choosing to obey God, to be a part of an Acts, biblical, type of church, like the one described here, would be something very pleasing for God to be able to see happening in His cities. May this information about building revival churches help some Christians to better understand how to do it, if God is calling them to do something like this in their cities. Brother Rod, from Canada.